Baik. Benar, ada beberapa yang join sudah di admin semua ya.
Udah Pak.
Oke. Baik, Pak Setihandoyo, saya mungkin kickstart aja dari Sibra dulu. Pertama-tama saya mengucapkan terima kasih ke Pak Setihandoyo untuk boleh memperkenalkan tim Sibra dengan tim dari Prima Medika, saya atau Medika Primaya ya. Jadi kami sangat berterima kasih karena memang kita belum pernah kenal sebelumnya, walaupun mungkin ada beberapa orang yang kenal gitu. Saya sendiri sekarang ada di Sibra sebagai Vice President untuk Southeast Asia, based di Singapura. Dan kita memiliki tim di Indonesia yang diketuai oleh Eric Ananda sebagai Country Manager. Kita ada local team di Indonesia, ada total ada 7 orang yang tergabung di dalamnya, baik itu account manager maupun juga system engineer. Dan sore hari ini account manager kita untuk channel hadir di sini Helen Monalisa based di Jakarta. Lalu juga ada Api sebagai system engineer Sibra. Api adalah senior system engineer yang termasuk di dalam tim Southeast Asia. Dan hari ini kita juga mengundang Johnny Ong. Johnny Ong is our healthcare practice lead di Sibra di Asia Pacific. Nanti mungkin Johnny bisa introduce yourself more to the team because he has a very interesting background, not typical IT, people like me or like Eric and Api or Helen, but he came from the healthcare background. And he is now leading the healthcare practices in Asia Pacific for Sibra. We have a very focus on our industry vertical. We call it in Sibra. So and healthcare is one of the key industry vertical that we focus not just in Indonesia but also Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific, China, India, Australia, and up to the worldwide. Yeah, so that's why I think it is really a great pleasure untuk bisa ketemu dengan tim dari Medika hari ini, dan semoga presentasi yang nanti Johnny akan sampaikan bisa bermanfaat gitu ya untuk tim dari Medika yang hadir di sini, tapi juga mungkin bisa dipakai sebagai kami bisa berdialog, bisa mendengarkan kira-kira bagaimana rencana ke depan dan apa yang dari tim Sibra bisa lakukan untuk bisa bekerja sama dengan baik dengan rumah sakit yang menjadi pemakai maupun juga dari SI yang membangun sistem untuk healthcare di rumah sakit. Dari saya sendiri, saya melihat bahwa healthcare become a very important and even more important and critical vertical industry that we have to focus, of course because of COVID, but I think in general in Southeast Asia, when the economy is growing, I think the expectation from the patient on healthcare services also increasing, right? So I think we know that people start to say that health is a true wealth, right? So regardless how much money you have, if you don't have health, it means nothing. So that means that many people are very interested and need to have a better healthcare, right? And the good news is a lot of these healthcare services that need to be delivered now can be supported and enabled by a lot of technology. And one of the technology that we're going to share with you is coming from Zebra as a technology company. We are the world leader in terms of we call it as edge computing or edge performance edge. Kita tidak masuk ke dalam core system di dalam hospital, tapi kita menangani the edge systems surrounding the core gitu. Dan kita melihat bahwa edge system becoming even more critical these days karena end user mengharapkan sesuatu yang lebih tinggi ya, kualitasnya lebih immediate servicesnya, apakah itu di healthcare maupun di industri yang lain. Dan kita beruntung kita ada di dalam edge ecosystem yang diperlukan oleh banyak customer kita. Dan sebelum nanti saya handover ke Johnny atau ke tim mungkin Pak Han dan yang lain untuk memperkenalkan, saya mungkin mau sampaikan sedikit bahwa kita sedang mengerjakan banyak proyek healthcare atau hospital di Singapura khususnya, di China, dan juga di Thailand, dan juga di Malaysia akhir-akhir ini. Dan yang terakhir-terakhir ini kita juga mendapatkan beberapa permintaan dari beberapa hospital yang ada di Indonesia. Dan hari ini kita sangat senang bisa berbicara dengan juga another customer atau partner yang bisa kita develop gitu. Jadi itu dari saya, Pak Setio Handoyo. Mungkin saya sampaikan ke Pak Han dulu, kemudian nanti setelah itu Johnny akan presentasi singkat tentang Zebra Healthcare Solutions.
Oke, thank you Pak Kris. Selamat sore. Sebelumnya, perkenalan singkat saja. Terima kasih ada Prof. Yos. Prof. Yos adalah chairman dari Primaya Group. Kemudian ada Primaya Hospital ya. Terus ada Bu Leona, itu CEO.
Thank you Pak Setio. Thank you.
CEO dari Primaya juga hadir. Terus cukup banyak direktur yang hadir pada sore hari ini dari rumah sakit semua, Pak Kris.
Oh iya.
Terus dari Sistem Integrasi Medika, dari SIM itu ada Pak Handoyo, terus Pak Dewo itu direktur juga di SIM, Herlina juga Operation Director di SIM. Saya kira masih cukup banyak lagi, saya tidak sebutkan satu-satu, sayang waktunya. Terima kasih, maybe we can start with Johnny or with Eric maybe. Thank you.
Ya, thank you Pak Handoyo.
Setio, panggilnya kalau di grup ini Setio saya panggilnya.
Setio ya, Pak Setio. Baik Pak Setio. Saya jadi, karena terus terang aja saya kenal Pak Han ini berapa ya, mungkin hampir sekitar 35 tahun mungkin ya Pak Han ya. Sejak masih mahasiswa. Baik, Pak Setio, saya mungkin persilakan saja Johnny untuk share the slide and then some video I think that we want to share today to Medika dan Primaya Hospital team. Over to you, Johnny.
Thank you very much, Pak Kris. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Selamat petang. Before I begin, I want to wish everyone Gong Hei Fa Chai. Okay, Happy New Year to all of you. Okay, because this is Chinese New Year. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So let me introduce myself. So I'm from Singapore. Okay, so I spent about 20 of my years career. I'm doing nothing but healthcare. So I started off as being an RN, as a registered nurse. So in my initial years, right? Okay, I spent quite a significant amount of time doing in major critical areas such as ICU, OR, and the E&E. So my first experience with digitalizations was back then Motorola, one of the handheld devices, because back then in Singapore, most of the time they use the some sort like a PDA, some sort of devices to do stock taking. That was during the SARS period back then. Okay. I think I hear some echo. Okay, thank you. All right. So then after that, I have left nursing and I spent close to 15 years of my career working with the Singapore government. Okay, as Singapore has spent the last 10 years going into smart health digitalizations. So I'm fortunate in such a way that I'm able to play a part in one of the pioneer team in help to shape the country's moving towards smart connected health digitalizations. So I think today I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes sharing with all of you, all right, some of the innovative solutions that we have from Zebra. Okay, before I begin, I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if you can look at my screen. Are you guys able to look at my screen right now?
Yes. Okay.
I can see it, Johnny.
You can. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so probably Chris, I might need you to help me over here. For us as Zebras, right? Okay, we are pretty large establishments. Okay, in much of the manufacturing and the retail markets. So Chris, I might you to help me to put in a few words about our market global leadership in terms of manufacturing and the other verticals. Hi, Chris.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, sure, Johnny. So, yeah, just to share that Zebra has been 50 years in this industry. It is not a very, very big company, but reasonably big with about $5 billion of revenue. But what is more significant is we spend 10% of our revenue to do an R&D. So a lot of this innovation that you're going to see is created by Zebra for many years. Of course, we also doing some acquisitions, especially in the software area, to different solutions to complete, the solutions that our customer needs. But in terms of the area that Zebra is leading, number one, I think, is in mobile computing. This is an area that we see a lot of demand right now in a hospital as well, where they want to equip the doctors and nurses to replace the pens and papers, right, with the digital device, with a scanning capability, with the scanning engine, so they can scan the wristband of the patient to know the correct information, and also they use it to provide other information that needed for the patient. And also there's a trend in the industry that this mobile computing for the industry. So this is not for consumer. So the one of the big opportunity that we have actually in the market is to let many of the end users know that when they need a mobile computing for their work, right, outside home and office, they need a very rugged, right? So when we say that we are number one in mobile computing, doesn't mean that we are bigger than Samsung or Apple, but we are number one in rugged mobile computing, right? So, and then scanning is one of where Zebra is very well known. But also in the level of automation, barcode has given a lot of capability for many industry to automate data capturing, right? So because data is, people now call it data is a new oil. Data is very important. So the question is, how are you going to capture the data correctly and efficiently and quickly, right? And how you can transmit the data back and forth, to the system. One example I want to give to you is that in Singapore, for example, when you come to Changi Airport and you have to do a COVID test, yeah, the process is only required 5 minutes for the whole process. Why? Because they automated the process by using the QR code, which is a 2D barcode, we call it in Zebra. So you register for the COVID testing, they give you the QR code. When you arrive in Changi, the center is just need your QR code, right? You don't need to show any document, and they're going to scan your QR code. And from there, they capture all the right information about you, and then they go to the system, and then they print a label for you. The label is required for you to go to the booth and do the testing, and then get the result from that. So the whole test requires only 5 minutes in Changi Airport. Now, in comparison, in San Francisco Airport, it will take you 5 hours to do that. And this is a real story we just recently got from our chief revenue officer that come to Singapore from San Francisco. So he missed the flight on that day because he didn't realize that it takes 5 hours to do it. So, and then he found it that there is no automation at all, right? Everything is done very manual, right? Yes, they have a laptop, but they have to go and type everything, and it takes very long. So the whole process is not very efficient. So the scanning is very important for many industries to create efficiencies and make the workflow runs very fast, and then able to deliver that services. Yeah, so now we are enjoying also this technology called RFID, which I hope that Johnny will also talk about it later, but this technology has been also in demand because many of the industry users wanted to increase the level of automation. In a barcode, you have to scan the barcode. In RFID, you basically just read it, right? So you just go and scan it through very fast. You can capture all the data that into the items that has been tagged with RFID. Okay, so I think this is another implementation that we can think about in a hospital. And then of course we have a lot of things on printing. Our technology is not same with the office or consumer printing. It's not using ink, it's using thermal, right? Which is a lot more efficient, a lot more energy efficient, as well as supply efficient, and more environmentally friendly, right? Because we are not producing inks, which create a lot of waste. So and we have printing on the desktop, in a tabletop, mainly in manufacturing, or we also see people carry the mobile printer. So if you look at this person on the right that kneel down, you look at his hip, there is a printer there on his hip, right? So he scanned and he print the label and he put it back into the box, for example, that needed. So those are the things that kind of needed in a lot of environments. So yeah, this is where Zebra is leading currently in mobile computing, in data capturing using the barcode or RFID, and also in printing. And beyond this, we also have a lot of software. To be honest, so Zebra is not just manufacture the hardware, but also we provide value add with the software and services, which I think probably we can discuss, later or further, right after Johnny, give the other more important, I think, healthcare solutions. Yeah, that's all, Johnny, that I want to add on.
Thank you very much, Pak Chris. I think pretty much you have set the stage, right? Okay, of the main core portfolios that we are going to talk about. So for us, Zebra in healthcare, right? Okay, we are a very solutions specific. Why? Because we tend to need to understand the workflow within every single department within the hospitals itself. Why? Okay, because like what Pak Chris have rightfully said, he just quoted a very good example about the COVID PCR testing upon arrival at the airport. We spend a lot of time working with customers like you to understand on the current situation, where are your gaps, and then together we will do a workflow efficiency so as to smoothen out your daily routine workflow process. I think the key points that we want to drive is that how do we marry technology together with a workflow together, okay, to have an end-to-end efficiency on a day-to-day operations in here. Okay, as you can see, right, okay, we have different multiple departments within the hospitals itself, from the admissions, okay, all the way to the patients' interactions with doctors, nurses, pharmacies, and to the ancillary staff. Zebra, we have the solutions in every single department. Later on, I'm going to touch a few points as we walk through the patient's journey on each stages. All right, let me share with you a short video clips that we have an overview of the healthcare solution that we've got.
Hey Johnny, I think the sound is not playing correctly. Yeah.
Oh, the sound is not playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment, because I've just tested. Eric, did you manage to hear the sound, Eric?
No.
Yeah. Before, yes. So Johnny, maybe before you share, you have to click, the sound, I think, option there.
Okay, can.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
I think on the top right, usually you have the option for.
There's an include computer sound, Johnny.
Yeah, include computers sound. Just give me a moment. I just share my screen. Okay, can.
Yeah.
I have to click it here. Okay, thank you so much, Api. Okay, I'm going to play this one more time. Okay, let me know if you can hear the sound again. Can you hear the sound?
Healthcare facilities are complex, fast-paced environments faced with increasing demands for greater efficiencies and improved patient care. To meet these challenges, Zebra empowers healthcare providers with the tools to connect staff, patients, and workflows with real-time data. That's why you'll find solutions during every step of the patient journey, empowering clinicians to stay connected and work effectively. Backed by 50 years of innovation with more than 300 products specializing in positive patient identification, real-time intelligence, and clinical mobility, Zebra Solutions create an integrated digital ecosystem throughout the medical facility. Unburden the delivery of care to restore clinicians' time and purpose so they can direct more of their attention on the patient. Clinicians equipped with Zebra mobile computers and printers, tablets, scanners, and barcode wristbands can quickly and securely access and update electronic medical records. Rely on Zebra's intelligent edge solutions, which harness the power of a data-driven environment to provide best action guidance for improved accuracy and reduced errors. With Zebra printers, certified print media, including RFID labels and sensors and antennas, staff gain immediate visibility of medical assets inventory. By using enterprise mobility solutions, including purpose-built hardware combined with software like Workforce Connect and UDI Scan Plus, clinicians can utilize simplified two-way communication and secure text messaging, improving collaboration. Zebra RFID technology, including printers and certified labels, capture critical data across patients, providers, and assets to provide contextual awareness for better decision-making. Healthcare providers can be confident that they are working with technology solutions giving those on the front lines of care a performance edge to help them deliver their best during every shift across every department, backed by an industry leader in healthcare solutions, Zebra.
Okay. Right. So in Zebras, right, okay, we tend to take a multi-stairs approach in such a way that as a hospitals began to adopt some form of digitalizations, okay, we have quite a wide range of products that range from a basic, intermediate, all the way to advanced level. Depends on the level of the IT infrastructures sophistications level. All right, and we also partners with HIMSS. All right, so HIMSS is the Hospital Informations Management Society that's in the US. Right, they looks after in terms of healthcare organizations, how do they want to embrace, how do they want to move up and step up into healthcare digitalizations, and HIMSS Asia Pac, they have signed a 3 years contract with the Indonesia Hospital Association, okay, as part of the healthcare digital transformations for the entire country. So before I continue, right, okay, are all of you aware of this initiative by PERSI, which is the Indonesian Hospital Associations? I would like to seek everyone have all of you aware of this initiative by PERSI, which is the Indonesian Hospital Association.
Yeah, hi Johnny, this is Leona.
Hi, Leona.
CEO of Prima Hospital. I think I've heard about this. I think Percy had a seminar or two regarding this digital transformation.
Okay, great. So that's why in Zebra, right, okay, we partner a lot, right, okay, with HIMSS, okay, together, okay, we can help you as you adopt, embrace, as you step out at each digitalizations. Right, as you can see the chart over here, I make it very simple. Okay, as you can see, right, okay, in terms of technology adaptations, right, okay, we can start off from the identity solutions. If you want to manage medications and patient safeties, right, okay, that's where we will need to look into wristband barcoding of medications in order to have a positive patients identifications. Okay, as we can step out, right, okay, we can have some form of like PDA or hardware devices whereby we can help to improve staff communication, and also if you are going to roll out into electronic medical records, EHR, EMR adaptations when you want to look into mobile, right? And last but not the least, if your organizations would like to roll out into RFID or real-time location tracking intelligence kind of solutions in here, we have that hardware and the solutions in here for you to achieve that. All right. So this is a typical. When the partnership with Percy and HIMSS, right? Okay. When they come together, they will show you this chart. So what is this HIMSS model? So this HIMSS models, right? Okay, consists of about 7 stages. Okay, depend on the level of investment, okay, and the kind of IT infrastructures that you will put into place. HIMSS society, right? Okay, this is how they will classify, okay, and assess a particular hospital's in terms of their IT infrastructure's readiness. So I can quote you a very simple examples, right? All right. So if you just have a storage room, wireless network, a server, right? Okay, this is at stage 0. Okay, as you move out, right, such as adopting your EMR, EHR, right? Okay, that will be at stage 3. All right. If you look the screen on the left, okay, I probably use a pointer, laser pointer. Okay, can you all look at my pointer in here? Okay, sure. So if you are adopting EMR, all right. So the next products that you will require to have are like scanners, mobile printers, and computer on wheels. Okay, and mobile devices. Why? Okay, because as you are embracing, as you're moving from paper and pen, all right, into digitalizations, that's where you will need these handheld devices for you to key in input into your electronic health records. Okay, as a next stage is that as HIMSS, if you move out to stage 5, that's where you will need to start to look at how do you want to look into your asset tracking. So when we look into asset trackings, right, there's a few modes. Either you can use RFID solutions, or you can do some form of like the real-time location tracking using an active meaning that, okay, there is a beacon that shows out the movement. If you want to do asset tracking for medical devices, or if you want to do staff or patient tracking. Okay, ultimately, on the top right, okay, which is stage 7, right? If you want to do data analytics, AI intelligence, right? Okay, so this is where at the top right? Okay, that's where you will need to have whatever the basic infrastructures that been put in place. Then you will have to, then you can achieve your artificial intelligence, that kind of visions. All right. So as you can see in here, at different stages, Zebra have the necessary products as solutions, so that we can handhold you together. We can walk through the journey together as you upgrade to from the basic stage all the way up to the top. Okay, so these are the wide range of our solutions. Okay, so we have specific printers and scanners for a specific kind of our workflow and the kind of locationally. So I think for today's right, okay, I'm not going to talk on products. So I'm going to focus on the workflows and the solutions. How does it matters to you as an organizations? Okay, as you can see, right, okay, as a patients, when they are being admitted, at the point of entries, right, okay, they will be at the patient's admissions room. So this is where your EHR, your electronic health records will come into place. As you can see, the patients will walk through different departments, okay, such as when the patient, they are being admitted to waiting for the beds, you know, you will need to have a patient's room management module inside your EHR, and then you will need to have your PACS systems. Then when the patients flow through to the pharmacy, to the procedure areas, right, as the patient walking through to different departments, your systems or your EHR modules have to send information so that they can send and receive messages, okay, throughout the patient's journey to the point when the patient is being discharged. Okay, so I've made up this chart, right? Okay, a very it's quite simple, okay, to articulate the kind of the workflow what we are looking out for. Okay, if you look the one on the top, right, when the patients when they are being admitted, that's where you will need to have a identifications being put on the patients. Okay, because without identification, it's very hard to to trace the patients and then to identify and to link across to that. So, and then when a patient's gone through to the next stage, right, at the point of care, if you want to take some blood specimens or if you want to do some form of wound documentations, right, okay, that's where you will need to have some kind of like easy handheld devices that can do multiple jobs. And the next stage is when patients wants to have a medications, right? Okay, that's where you will need to have you will need to administer using the 5 rights, okay, of the medication administration, so as to ensure the right patients, the right medication is given to the right patients at the right point of time. Okay, and then and as you move on to the next stage, right? Okay, we will need to look into like secure texting, okay, and communications between healthcare workers such as doctors and nurses, and it's very important that the texting that you are sending across, right, is instead of using some sort of like social media like WhatsApp, or Facebook, right? Okay, it's the best that you can connect using your existing EHR, okay, EMR solutions that you have in here, so that all are documented, okay, because because in terms of the medical and medical conformities, right, okay, documentation is very, very important. And last but not the least, right, if you look at center over here, medical device integrations. Nowadays, a lot of medical devices, right, they are talking about interoperability. So what is interoperability? It's meaning that there are devices, right, can talk, can connect to your EHR systems solution that you have in here. With this kind of automations, right, okay, any kind of information can be sent straight away, immediately link up to the EHR records. No longer is the way that where the nurses will look at the patient charting and then you'll key in the patient's parameters, pulse rate, heart rate, whatsoever. Right now, information is being connected over here. Even though including infusion pumps, okay, you don't have to key in the flow rate and the volume. Now it's being determined by the prescription order that's linked up to your EHR. Okay, so for Zebra, right, okay, we work with many medical devices, okay, that have that kind of software that we are able to load the applications and safely shows the interoperability. So what are those brands that has been tested and validated on Zebra devices? Okay, the brands are Philips. Okay, as you can see the picture in the middle, right? Okay, so this is Philips patients monitor. We can also integrate with your nurse call solutions. With your applications, right? We can also test and host your EMR solutions, electronic health records on the devices itself. Okay, let me share with you some of the use cases that me and my team we have done for the past 1 to 2 years. Okay, so last year we have successfully connected close to about 110 of our healthcare devices. Okay, with this hospital called Bumrah International Hospital. Bumrah International Hospital is a top-fledged private hospital in Thailand, and we work with the EHR company which is track care intersystems. To facilitate clinical workflows, and we also host their CDS. So CDS, which is mainly their clinical support system modules inside the EHR. We have spent about 6 to 9 months on these hospitals for this project, and we are pretty successful in here. Okay, and I do know that intersystem track care, they are pretty active in Indonesia. Okay, because some of the big names hospitals like Pondok Indah and Tsechi Hospital, there's a few they are using these EHR solutions. Okay, the next thing is that we have also rolled our devices in Korea. Okay, which is National Seoul University Bundang Hospital. So this hospital is HIMSS stage 7. Okay, everything is being closed loop. Okay, so just to illustrate, this particular hospital, Seoul National University, right? When you step inside the hospital, you don't see any paper and pen. No paper and pen, no X-ray films, nothing. When you go inside, everyone is moving around with these devices. These devices is for them to do all the necessary documentation, administration, serving medication, even viewing of X-rays. So everything is being utilized, being accessed by the devices on itself. So these are some of the hospitals, okay, in China, okay, last year that we have done. So last year, Parkway Hospitals, as some of you may heard about this, right? Okay, they are the private hospitals in Malaysia and Singapore. So when they step into China, right? Okay, because Shanghai because as you know, China have their workflow is slightly different from the US. So I remember back then that I think I spent about close to 3 to 4 months, okay, understanding their use cases and where do they want to assess in terms of their clinical workflow. And also, I also have to address the communication channel, okay, because in China everyone speaks Chinese, and then we have gone back and forth, you know, doing all this testing, making sure that their eventual workflow works for them. And then the second hospital is Raffles Hospital, so we replicate something similar software, okay, because in China, right, okay, so one thing about in China is that their workflow, once you have managed to figure this thing out, right, okay, everything is pretty much seamless. Okay, and then we also managed to win some of the other state government hospitals. Okay, these two are part of the Melbourne side. So as you can see, right, normally government hospitals, right, okay, they have like more than 1,000 to 2,000 beds. Okay, so the entire ecosystems in China is that they want to go into digitalize. All right, so that's where these are some of their big wins we have in China. So another one in Singapore is that as what Chris have mentioned, right? Okay, so some of the use cases we have over here is that not only the hospitals use in terms of our vaccination center. Okay, so our vaccination centers, right, in such a way that if you go inside to have a vaccine, right, so what the workflow essential in such a way that everything is by scanning barcode and identifications. Okay, so we set up the scanners and the printers whereby the patients will have the barcode labels. Okay, when they go to before they're getting their vaccination, they'll scan the barcode. So coincidentally, in the airport, right, it's the same medical group, Raffles Medical Group. They are the one doing the airport screening as well. So as you can see, Zebra, we have a very, very tight relationship with many countries, government, Ministry of Health, and also the private sectors across in many countries in Southeast Asia and China as well. Okay, next one I'm going to talk to you about is adopting location technologies, which which is also known as RFID or RTOS, which is the real-time location solutions. We have, as you can see, okay, we have many types from passive scan, passive RFID, all the way to GPS. Okay, uh, different kind of technologies have their pros and cons, as you can read from this chart over here. What is important for us, Zebra, is to understand what is your needs. Okay, so as to find what is the best solutions that is optimized, that have been optimized in your use case. Okay. So this is just a chart, right? Okay. As you see, okay, we have our base products, right? Which are the multiple sensing hardware. So we connect. We have a middleware called the Zebra Motion Work Enterprise, which is the MWE. So this middleware, what it does is it collect, okay, and receive the messages, okay, inbound messages from the hardware devices. Then we send an outbound message to your business applications, okay, such as your warehouse management solutions, your IT asset management solutions, up even though with your inventory and your SAP, okay. So all these things is possible is because of this. We have a middleware that send in and out messages to your business applications in your organizations. Okay. So I have a very interesting use case is that, as you can see from the chart over there, right? Okay, so we can use real-time location solutions to track your asset. Okay, like for example, your syringe pump or your other like ventilators products as well. As you can see in front, there is an exclamation mark. Okay, let's say if you have many infusion pumps that are being deployed across your hospitals, how would you know which infusion pump is faulty? Okay, so with these solutions, right, we are able to straight away pinpoint that particular infusion pump, that particular assets that you have malfunction, and this is where you can render immediate rectifications over here. Okay, so this is what we have currently right now at this moment. Let me share with you the future. I think it's very important to understand what is the future that Zebra is going to hit to. Okay, so that you can come forward, and to see what we have coming up in the next 2 to 3 years time. So Zebra organizations, right? Okay, we tend to, over the past 24 months, right? We have acquired a significant companies. We also acquired robotics, okay, and then we also have a few joint ventures in here, okay. Such as Technos. Technos is our real-time location software solutions that are bundles with our product portfolio. I think what it means is that Zebra takes a very active approach, okay, into finding out what are the innovative companies products out there, and that can help to strengthen, okay, our product portfolio in order to give the healthcare innovative solutions. A very good example is that we have acquired this company called Time. So this Time, right, okay, what they are checking out is the temperature advocacy cold chain. Okay, let's say if you have a vaccine, or if you have an organ transplant, if you have a blood, right? Okay, this is where the cold chain management, right? Okay, cold chain management plays a very important role. Okay, usually when the vaccine or the blood, right, when they come out from the blood bank, the end user or the patients, clinicians, right? They don't have visibility what's happening during transit. Okay, imagine they have lived blood bank, right? Along the way, have the temperature went up, have the seal cases the box has it have the seal been broken, during the cold chain journey, does the specimen able to make it on time? So so this is where Zebra, right? We have this kind of advocacy solutions that right now we are trying to develop. Okay. The next one is that we are coming out with staff scheduling. So staff scheduling is a platforms in such a way that sometimes if you want to manage your staff, how do you want to schedule them, especially during the pandemics, right? Okay, some staff probably they can be down with COVID, or they will need to be isolated, right? Okay, how do you want to optimize with the dynamic flows of the nurses in here? This is a challenge which we are seeing many countries, not only in US, including countries like in Singapore, as you would have known. Singapore, we really face a shortage of healthcare professionals. The healthcare and nurses, right? Okay, they are very stretched, and a lot of them are being burned out. Okay, and this is where a dynamic scheduling solutions that it comes into play. Another ones is that we are looking up for it is how do we look into sleep and falls bed turns. All right. So currently right now we are looking into video analytics, okay, on remote patient monitoring. How do you anticipate that the patients, right? Okay, sometimes patients, they will try to get out of the bed using video analytics, right? Okay, we can analyze and preempt in advance that the patient is going to fall off from the bed, and with this, right, we will try to minimize for our prevention. And also, how do we ensure that the patients is being turned on every few hours? Okay, because uh, those are patients who are bedridden, right? Every few hours you have to turn, okay, in order to prevent bed sores in here. Okay, so these are the few innovative solutions that looks very simple, okay, but these are the important needs, right? Okay, when patients are being staying inside the hospital itself. Okay, so this is to summarize. Okay, so what Zebra, we have three main visions that we would like to achieve. The first thing is that how do we ensure that that the patients journey in the hospitals is safe, okay, in such a way that you will not have any form of negligence, okay, improve kind of medication safety in here. The second one is how do we improve collaborations, okay, and communications between not only on healthcare professionals, and how do you ensure that medical devices are sending information back and forth seamlessly into your electronic health records, okay. And last but not the least, okay, how do we ensure that how can we utilize assets, patients, okay, and staff tracking in order to improve efficiency, okay, and also have a better turnaround time, okay, so as to ensure regulatory compliance. Right. So I think that this wraps up to my about 30 minutes of high level overview of the healthcare solution focus that we have right now. Thank you so much, everyone. Do you have any questions? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Leona.
Leona.
I have a question
Mm.
regarding I think the earlier slides
Mm.
where you explain about the device? I think it's called TC26 or something.
Yeah. So these are a few devices. So yeah. So never
So
mind. Yeah.
basically, you're using a barcode, right? For like assets or medicine or like blood bags and etc. And
Yes.
then you scanned it through the device from
Correct.
Zebra.
Correct.
Um, Typically, like you mentioned,
Mm.
examples from China, from Thailand, the hospitals that they are using these systems. Who are typically using these systems? Because, for example, in China, where they have 2,000 beds,
Mm.
but they only need about 200 units.
Mm.
So I assume, I think the nurse there is probably around 1,000 perhaps, but I don't know. You can confirm on that.
Mhm.
So not everyone actually have the device. So how do they strategize using the system?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So Leona, this is a very good question. So usually, right, these are devices, right? It's being split between nurse to patient ratio. Okay, because usually during a nurse, right, at any point of shift, right, you will need to take care of probably 4 or 5 or even 6 patients. So when we roll out the products, right, okay, so when we do the stagings, right, okay, the stagings, so we will analyze what is the nurse to patient ratio, okay, divided by the total beds. Let's assume that you have 1,000 beds, okay, and your nurse to patient ratio is 1:5. So typically we will use this like 1,000 divided by 5, the kind of ratio, in order to come up with the kind of devices in here. Then from there, okay, they use the devices, right, okay, to use as part of their workflow, ranging from taking picture on wound care to serving medications, okay, and to do charting, e-charting on itself. Of course, there are certain scenarios, okay, that the clinicians would like to use a tablet. We also have a tablets available as well as a bigger form factor.
Okay. And so by using this handheld device,
Mm.
are they still using like EMR on their desktop or in the nurse station? Is it
Okay.
connected, or they just use the handheld device to do everything?
This is a very good question. So in the past, right? Okay, uh, applications is through desktop. Okay, meaning that you have a PC in there. All the nurses will have to go to the nursing station, blah blah, tap 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 tap. But right now, technology have evolved. Everyone is going mobile. Okay, I will need to have the devices, right? Okay, at my pockets over there, so that it's easier for them to key in. And the second thing is that the Zebra devices, as you can see, right, they are majority in white. Why? Okay, because of this, we have a very plastic coating. Okay, right now with the COVID pandemic, right, it's no longer visible that a nurse. Imagine I go inside a COVID ward, I look at the patient, then after that I need to degown my PPE. Then I key in the doctors. Then I key in the nurses. No. So nowadays, right, they have these devices. Okay, they look at the patient. They key in the notes over there. After that, right, they will decontaminate our healthcare devices. Right, are meant to be. We have a very special plastic. Okay, which are medical grade. Okay, in order to withstand the corrosiveness of the disinfectant, such as bleachers, so on and so forth.
Thank you,
Mm.
Johnny. One more question.
Mm.
Why are you using barcode instead of QR code? And why we still have to use the Zebra device instead of basically downloading the software into the nurse's handphone, for example? why do we still need the device? Thank you.
Okay, Ken. So as you can see, right, nurses phone, right? Okay, now nurses phone. So it can be a Samsung phone. It can be it can be an iPhone. So these are consumer grade. One thing, a consumer grade devices versus our device in such a way that consumer grade, right? Okay, they are not meant to be industrial. Okay, they are not meant to be used in the industrial in such a way that, in terms of ruggedness, right? Okay, if you drop the if you drop the phone, right, that's it. You will smash it. And the second thing is that Zebra are devices, right? Okay, usually we have a kind of like continuity of OS support. Okay, if you buy the products from us, right? Okay, probably Api, I might need you to help me to chip in. You know, we have about
Yeah.
4 + 4 years kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Bu Leona, I will explain in Indonesia so it will be easier for me, Johnny. Ya, jadi memang perangkat-perangkat Zebra selain kita punya multiple device yang sesuai kebutuhan. Jadi kita seperti tadi disebut ada tablet, terus kemudian kita ada TC series. Satu itu lebih rugged. Jadi kita memang buat produk kita itu lebih siap dipakai untuk enterprise product dibanding dengan consumer phone. Karena kalau consumer phone itu satu seperti tadi ya Johnny sampaikan bahwa itu nggak bisa dicuci dengan disinfektan, nggak bisa secara rutin dibersihkan. Mereka nggak ready untuk itu. Sedangkan kita ready. Terus kemudian dari sisi lifetime-nya, biasanya kalau memang hampir 90% perangkat kita sudah Android Bu ya, yang untuk komputer ini. Kalau Android itu consumer phone biasanya lifetime support dari si pabrikannya itu biasanya hanya 2-3 tahun. Sedangkan kita tahu kita kerjasama dengan enterprise yang mereka harapannya ketika beli satu produk, investasi satu produk itu nggak cuma bertahan 2-3 tahun. 5 tahun, 6 tahun, bahkan kalau bisa sampai nilai bukunya 0 masih bisa dipakai itu bagus. Gitu. Tapi kita support itu. Jadi dari sisi perangkatnya sendiri, terus kemudian support dari kita sebagai pabrikannya, jadi mau di service, mau di repair, telepon ke Zebra butuh support itu kita masih ya sampai rata-rata perangkat kita paling minim itu 6 tahun ya lifetime-nya. Sehingga ini benar-benar membantu investasi biar punya lifetime yang lebih panjang. Bahkan sekali lagi kita bicara Android, kalau sudah tidak ada support dari Google ya, itu Zebra yang support. Jadi in case misalnya ke depan ada virus baru, ada worm baru, bug baru ya. Walaupun Google sudah tidak keluarkan security patch lagi, tapi Zebra as produsennya, karena kita memang komunikasi kita dan kita bisnis partner yang kuat dengan Google, kita bisa rilis sendiri untuk security patch untuk Android, untuk perangkat kita. Jadi ini beberapa hal yang membuat bahwa oke, Zebra ini lebih cocok untuk area enterprise ketimbang consumer phone.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. And just to add, right, okay, many countries, right, okay, they are stopping their staff on using consumer personal device, okay, because BYOD, which is bring your own device, sometimes you may have chances or you have a risk, okay, of your devices are being hacked in terms of product security.
About barcode, Johnny. About barcode, yeah.
Yes, barcode, yes.
Bu Leona asked about the barcode versus the QR code. Yeah, maybe you can explain that one.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so depend on your organizations, okay, because some, okay, so if you were to ask me, okay, some hospitals, right, okay, nowadays everyone use QR code already. Why? Okay, because QR code you can contain even more information. Okay, more information in such a way you might need to have the patient ID, patient name, what is the sex, what is the age, what is your date of birth, blah blah blah, all these things. So all the information can be squeezed in over here. I think right now, slowly I am starting to see adaptations of QR code. Okay. Yep. We still see some of those barcodes still 1D kind of barcode in here every now and then. But the trend right now is moving towards 2D barcode right now.
Yeah, thank you for the answers.
Correct. And then one thing about the informations is that if you want to buy a scanner, it's very important that the scanners that you are going to buy, okay, need not be Zebra. It can be in other brands. You must find the scanner. They have a software applications for you to do parsing. So what is parsing? Okay, because let's say inside a QR code, you have 8 to 10 type of informations. It must be user friendly in such a way that a user, which is the IT department from a hospitals, right, depend on different departments, right? If I scan the QR code, it must be able to pass out information that is necessary for that particular department. Okay, so probably this is one point that you can take note of.
I just want to add something, Johnny, because in Indonesia, government already imposed the track and trace. So every medicine manufacturer, they need to use track and trace, and track and trace need to every device that want to read the track and trace QR code need to have the capability to read the QR code. So for example, just like you say, if there's a 10 digit, the first 2 digit for the batch and then the next for the expired date or serial number. So it's not only from the manufacturer side, but also as a customer, the hospital need to have that capability as well, because you are the one who received the product, and you need to able to scan that as well.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
far,
is this?
yeah. Yes, one thing more. So far, Zebra already approached by some big name in Indonesia for medicine manufacturer to do testing for track and trace. So our device already tested, and we can do that.
Yes. So, Leona, so one of the uniqueness is that our products, right? Okay, our barcode scanners, right? We comply with certain UDI standards like GS1. So I'm not sure whether are you familiar. So GS1 is a kind of like global standard that what my colleague Api have mentioned. Different countries may have different kind of barcoding in terms of informations, like where is a trunk card, where is the information that they are being separated by the different columns in here. Zebra devices, right? Okay, we are tested to the international GS1 standards compliance over there. So I'm very confident that I think we will be able to comply with the Indonesia track and trace, the kind of regulatory standards.
Yeah, thank you. Perhaps other directors or can ask questions.
Yes, feel free to ask me.
Maybe I can ask Johnny, since we have our own in-house development team here, is there any program for helping the developers to develop the software to utilize your devices, especially the specific features? I think the SDK and so on is very complete, right? The white paper, also use case and so on.
Yeah, if you ask me, okay, I'm not an engineer by profession. I'm a nurse, okay, but I will certainly pass on to my colleague. But I think what is more important is that we have the necessary SDK kit for you, okay, for you to develop. But I'm just curious. So right now your okay, so the in-house developed hospital information HIS. What is the language that you guys are writing? Is it HL7 standard or XML?
Maybe Mas Dewo or Pak Handoyo can answer.
Okay. Roughly, yeah. Okay. Probably he's on mute. No problem. I think we can discuss that. We can discuss that. Okay, because so some of our barcode printers, okay, label printers such as our wristband, we are able to receive message from your ADT message, which is an admission, discharge, transfer data from your in-house HIS system solutions as well. I am very keen, okay, to discuss further to understand more about your systems, okay, so that together with my team, okay, we can come up with some form of integrations to pass on the interface together.
Yeah.
And
go ahead, Abi.
Okay, yeah, another one, Pak. Definitely we can loan to your team, Pak, if you need a device or two for development. And our SDK also available for free on our Zebra website. And we can have separate discussion with your developer team or IT team, how our device can help, whether you already have your existing application, you want to integrate with our hardware, then we can help on that, Pak.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe just want to add regarding the validation ya of the application. Kita memiliki program ISV di Zebra. Jadi kalau dari Medika mendevelop aplikasi dan mau divalidasi, kita punya tim validasi di Singapura. So we have the validation process for our partner. This is all under our Zebra Partner Connect program. So then Medica become a Zebra partner. You can choose to be our ISV partner, which means that you just focus on selling your software, right? And then you partner with the hardware resellers, whoever it is, to complete your solutions of hardware and software. And then as an ISV, you can work with us to get your device to be validated on Zebra. Actually, we are doing that with right now in Asia Pacific. We have about more than 140 partners doing it already. In APAC, we have a lot of partners in many different industries. Yeah. So the lab is in Singapore. We can connect you with our team in Singapore that doing the validation. With regards to the SDK, we have a lot of this SDK that we call it the print DNA, and also the data capture DNA, which is a software that we provide for you to connect your applications with the Zebra devices, and then to make sure that the printing of the barcode is correct, right, and according to your design that you want. So we have all of those DNA software that you can get access for free, right, when you use Zebra. Yeah. So I think there's two things that I want to add. I think the QR code question, I think, is a good question. In my point of view, I think the industry is moving, towards the 2D barcode. So the barcode that we use very, very broadly is called 1D barcode, right, which has limited information that you can get from it. By using the 2D barcode, or people call it as QR code because it's two-dimensional. You can provide more information, and our scanner, we can scan both the QR code and barcode, right? So, and in fact, if you want to go further up into the automation level, you can choose RFID, and our printer can print barcode, QR code, and RFID at the same time. So you can print the the passive RFID kind of a label at the back, and then at the front you can have the barcode or QR code. So it's a lot of flexibility that you can enjoy that. Yeah. And last piece on the devices is as Johnny mentioned, that the whole industry is moving away from using a consumer device because it is not rugged. And we have interviewed many customers, and when we ask them that if you can provide to you more rugged device, will you be willing to pay for it? And many of them say yes, because when they use a consumer device, they actually have to add on a lot of this casing, right, to try to make it rugged. But the casing is not built for the device. I mean, from the ground up. So, there's still some gap and looks ugly, and it doesn't protect very much your device, either when you drop it from a certain heights, right? So that's something that many of our customers are moving away from it. I can give you example. In Indonesia, we have one of the largest tobacco company in Indonesia, who has 4,000 sales that going around Indonesia to go and providing that product that many of the retailers want to buy from them, and they used to have a consumer device, but they found that every 1.5 year they have to replace it, right? Either they have a software problem or the device is broken. So then they talk to us, and then we customize it for them, so they don't have to worry that the employee will use it to watch the Netflix or YouTube all the time and not working. So we can avoid that. We can remove those consumer apps, right, from the Android, and the devices only has the applications that they need to work. So it will increase the productivity of the employees, and they will get a better ROI. So at the end of the day, it's about return on investment, right? So if we just buy any device but it doesn't generate a higher investment, in fact, you have to cost you more. So some of the end users already aware about it, and then they start moving away. So yeah. Maybe if I can just give a bit of sense, I think, about the devices, I want maybe to show one video. Hopefully it will work. Just give me a second, because I'm trying to use my new laptop today, and it looks like it's not as what I used to do before. Maybe a video of the TC52 or 57.
Oh, wait, let me check, Pak.
Yeah, maybe a good thing to just show that video, so they can take a look at what we meant by the rugged devices, right? It is a bit difficult, to be honest, also for many of the customers not seeing it, kind of like seeing is believing things. But if we cannot provide a video today, don't worry. I think API also can hand it to you a demo unit where you can get the demo. Yeah, my teams not able to share the video.
I found a YouTube video, Pak, from Zebra. I think I can share this one, Pak.
Yeah.
It's about the rugged device. Wait a minute, I will. Okay, share. Okay.
No sound, Abi.
Okay, wait a minute, Pak.
Yeah, you have to unshare and share again.
Okay. One moment.
We couldn't hear any sound over here.
Yeah, no sound yet.
Still no sound?
Yeah, no sound.
I think I already enabled the sound. Wait a minute.
If you want, I have a TCR52 healthcare.
Okay.
Okay.
Last try.
It's okay. Yeah. Good. I can hear the sound.
Zebra has the right purpose-built device for any retail environment. With a diverse range of retail environments and a diverse range of users across each retail environment, it's very important that the devices be rugged enough to be used across every different use case within the retail environment. The ruggedness and durability are key components of our mobile devices, but we haven't compromised usability and design to achieve it. Our devices are very ergonomic and lightweight. They're very user-friendly with all-touch display and the Android operating system, which is the world's most popular operating system today. Zebra's mobile devices undergo rigorous durability testing that include meeting basic requirements as well as tests that go above and beyond to simulate the real-world worker environment. Some of the tests include drop testing across multiple surfaces such as concrete as high as 6 feet. We also do display impact testing to test the durability of our touch panel. We also have ingress protection sealing that we test. This test makes sure that water or dust don't get into the device. We also have IP67 testing where we submerge a product into 1 meter of water for 30 minutes to make sure that the water doesn't seep into the units. We also test across the operating temperatures, down to minus 20 degrees Celsius extreme cold and up to plus 50 degrees Celsius of extreme heat. On top of that, we also do tumble testing, which is a continuous drop of the device. We do, in some cases, 2,000 1-meter tumble tests, which simulate the real lifetime abuse that these devices will endure. Zebra's mobile devices are built to last for 3 to 5 years, with service and support offerings available throughout that time, and available for a further 5 years after that product has gone end of life. With consumer-grade smartphones, their life cycles tend to be shorter, probably between 12 to 18 months. For retailers who are rolling out possibly hundreds or thousands of devices, a churn like that can become very expensive to manage. The reason that choosing the right device is so important is because choosing the wrong device can really frustrate users and IT managers, which can lead to a loss in productivity, it can lead to an increase in costs. Zebra's mobile devices are purpose-built for the enterprise. Consumer-grade devices are made obviously with the end consumer in mind. Retail isn't the primary focus, and that's the big difference.
Yeah, thanks, Api. I think that's very much, the video also, I think, for the retail, just for the disclosure. But I think it's good to show the ruggedity or the ruggedness of the Zebra devices that we built from the, from the ground up, for the enterprise customers. Yeah. Johnny, I think you mentioned before that you have some TC57 kind of video.
Yes.
For the healthcare, is it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, for the healthcare. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. Are you guys able to look at my screen?
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Oh.
Not yet.
Screen share. Just give me a moment. Okay, can you look at my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me know if you can hear the sound. So this is the TCR52. This year we have a new model called TC52AX. This one is even better because it comes in Wi-Fi 6 standard. Okay, so if as you know, right now, right? Okay, we are moving from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 6. So our devices has been also upgraded as well according to the latest technology trends that we have right now.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Johnny. I think that's a good video that can show the differences of the zebra.
Yeah.
Ya, mungkin itu yang kita bisa sampaikan hari ini, Pak Setio dan tim dari Medika dan Prima Hospital. Mungkin kalau ada hal-hal yang lain yang mau ditanyakan atau yang perlu kita sampaikan, mungkin kita bisa mendengar juga dari tim Primaya maupun dari Medika.
Oke, Pak Kris, kalau mungkin tidak ada, kalau ada nanti kami akan coba kontak Erik, mungkin Erik bisa pas ke siapa, mungkin ke Pak Api atau ke yang lain ya.
Iya, Pak.
Tapi,
Ya.
mungkin sudah hampir 5.30.
Baik, Pak. Ya.
Kalau tidak ada, apakah ada pertanyaan lagi dari tim Medika maupun dari Primaya? Pak Handoyo mungkin? Ya, silakan Mas.
Silakan, Pak Handoyo.
Silakan.
Ya, sangat,
Mas Dewo silakan.
Ya, sangat menarik sih beberapa device yang tadi ditampilkan, dipresentasikan. Sebenarnya kami sendiri juga sudah menggunakan printer QR code, printer barcode Zebra ya untuk gelang pasien dan sebagainya.
Oh.
Sudah pakai dan kita pakai Zebra.
Pak.
Cuma kita nanti pengen juga tertarik menggunakan yang RFID juga ya, karena kan lebih nyaman dipakainya, nggak harus pakai scanner yang kamera dan sebagainya ya, karena cukup dengan jarak beberapa senti juga sudah bisa terbaca. Itu sangat menarik sih, dengan payload datanya juga lebih besar. Nanti mungkin kita serahkan ke rumah sakit sih akan bagaimana use case-nya dari mereka dibutuhkan seperti apa. Nanti dari PT SIM akan memfollow up itu sih, mengakomodasi hal itu. Jadi nanti kita kembalikan dulu ke para direktur rumah sakit, bagaimana use case-nya dan mau menggunakan teknologi yang mana yang kira-kira lebih nyaman ya. Karena kalau kita lihat seperti RFID kan juga pembacaannya juga lebih cepat daripada QR code juga. Tentu ini akan memotong waktu identifikasi pasien juga gitu ya. Tetapi tentu ada konsekuensinya juga, mesti biaya investasinya juga akan lebih naik atau bagaimana. Tetapi use case ini akan kami serahkan ke rumah sakit. Dan tadi saya mendengar bahwa nanti kalau misalnya SIM bisa menjadi partner juga untuk Zebra akan lebih menarik juga sih, karena nanti kita juga akan promosikan teknologi baru dari Zebra sih. Karena kalau kami dari IT sih sebenarnya sudah memang memahami bahwa dengan dukungan teknologi yang baru ini akan lebih sangat membantu dalam workflow di rumah sakit. Paling tidak akan memangkas waktu pelayanan, itu akan sangat berguna sekali. Tetapi use case-nya nanti kita akan gali lagi bersama dengan para direktur rumah sakit. Dari saya ya.
Baik, Pak Dewo.
Terima kasih, Pak. Mungkin saya mau tambahkan sedikit, kita lagi mengerjakan satu proyek besar di salah satu rumah sakit pemerintah di Singapura untuk memanfaatkan RFID untuk ke hospital asset management. Jadi hospital punya banyak sekali aset yang high value, di mana manajemen asetnya itu dulu dilakukan secara manual gitu. Dan itu menyulitkan untuk tahu, misalnya hospital barusan beli satu mesin mobile X-ray misalnya gitu ya, atau satu mobile equipment yang bisa dipindah-pindah dari ward ke ward gitu. Nah, untuk tracking ada di mana equipment ini gitu. Nah, itu membutuhkan satu data capture yang convenient gitu. Jadi mereka sedang bekerja dengan kita di satu rumah sakit besar pemerintah, dan proyeknya sudah berhasil, kita yang mengerjakan dengan satu partner di Singapura, dan mereka puas dengan apa yang kita kerjakan di sana sebagai POC-nya, proof of concept-nya. Dan sebentar lagi ini habis Chinese New Year mereka akan akan memberikan award tender itu kepada kita, dan dari situ kita akan diminta untuk mengembangkan ke seluruh hospital yang berada di bawah Sing Health. Jadi kalau Bapak Ibu tahu sedikit setup di sini, ada dua klaster besar government hospital di Singapura, yaitu Sing Health dan NSG, National Health Group gitu. Nah, ini salah satu klaster yang paling besar. Mereka juga sudah pakai scanner dan printer kita, dan sekarang sedang menuju ke RFID dipakai untuk hospital asset management gitu. Jadi bisa ke pasien, Pak, tadi seperti Pak Dewo sampaikan, bisa juga sampai kepada hospital asset gitu. Dan asset management menjadi sangat dipentingkan sekarang ini, karena mereka mengharapkan bahwa mereka bisa tracking dengan baik gitu, dan juga menghindarkan kalau ada kehilangan dan sebagainya gitu. Jadi dan di setiap hospital mungkin banyak sekali ya peralatan-peralatan medis gitu yang dipakai untuk merawat pasien, yang dulunya mungkin nggak pernah di-track gitu, berapa jumlahnya, ada di mana, lalu kalau misalnya perlu ditransfer dari satu tempat ke tempat lain, mau cari di mana barangnya juga nggak tahu gitu. Jadi akhirnya bisa dua akibatnya, beli terlalu banyak atau kekurangan gitu, sehingga tidak bisa memberikan pelayanan lebih baik kepada pasien, Pak. Jadi mungkin saya share sedikit aja bahwa ada satu proyek seperti ini untuk melakukan, ya ini Johnny sudah provide the link-nya, Real Time Location Service namanya, RTLS. Jadi kita bisa menggunakan RFID atau yang lain untuk melakukan Real Time Location Services, dan kebetulan Sibra dengan Motion Works-nya dan RFID scanner, printer, reader printernya, kita di Gartner Group dipilih sebagai salah satu leader di Magic Quadrant daripada indoor location services gitu, indoor location tracking services solution. Jadi itu another opportunity untuk Medika juga, kalau mau bekerjasama dengan kita bisa mendevelop capability untuk memberikan solusi untuk real time location services. Okay.
Satu lagi Pak.
Joni,
satu lagi Pak.
Ya. Oke, silakan.
Silakan Pak Dewo.
Saya tertarik dengan RFID ya, karena yang jadi pertanyaan adalah apakah RFID readernya dari Zebra ini bisa membaca KTP dari Indonesia ya, KTP kartu Indonesia ini. Karena kalau bisa, mungkin ada API yang sudah di-develop oleh Zebra sehingga kita bisa mendapatkan detail informasinya gitu dari kartu itu. Kan kalau kita tahu kan KTP sudah ada RFID-nya ya, cuma kita belum bisa membaca.
Oke, saya bantu jawab ya Pak Kris.
Yes,
kalau untuk eKTP itu kan sebenarnya menggunakan frekuensi yang sama dengan e-money Pak. Itu masuknya ke NFC atau MyFair. Jadi frekuensinya di 13,56. Nah, perangkat-perangkat yang punya kita seperti tadi TC26, TC21, terus kemudian TC57, itu sudah punya NFC reader di bagian belakangnya Pak, seperti yang saya pakai ini. Jadi kalau mau di-tap KTP di belakangnya itu sudah bisa baca. Isi e-money itu juga sudah bisa baca. Seperti itu Pak. Jadi frekuensinya memang berbeda dengan RFID yang tadi sempat kita bicarakan. Karena kalau RFID yang tadi itu masuknya di UHF itu di 900 MHz Pak. Memang jauh lebih tinggi sehingga jangkauannya lebih panjang. Tapi kalau MyFair yang eKTP itu hanya di bawah 10 cm Pak. Itu beda frekuensi. Gitu Pak.
Sudah pernah ada proyek untuk mengekstrak datanya ya, atau belum?
Untuk bisa mengekstrak data eKTP sebenarnya dibutuhkan aplikasi yang di-allow sama government Pak ya, karena itu kan data pribadi. Sehingga paling yang bisa digunakan hanya yang ada di Play Store itu, kalau kita tempel itu paling muncul foto atau nama itu aja sih, tapi data-data lainnya itu nggak muncul.
Oke,
kalau memang
bisa membantu, sudah ada API-nya gitu ya untuk ekstra gitu kan, kita akan lebih mudah karena saat ini kan identifikasi pasien akan sangat terbantu jika kita bisa langsung read KTP-nya dia gitu.
Setahu saya sih Pak, memang data itu nggak semuanya ditaruh di ini Pak, di eKTP. Ada perso-nya istilahnya. Nah, perso itu hanya bisa dibuka key-nya kalau punya key dari pemerintahan, Pak. Jadi bukan dari kita sebagai hardware owner, pabrikannya, tetapi si pembuat aplikasinya memang harus punya akses ke ini, ke perso tersebut, Pak, istilahnya.
Oke, baik. Terima kasih. Ya.
Baik, Pak.
Ya, saya rasa sekali lagi terima kasih. Thank you Johnny for very good presentation. Pak Setio Handoyo, karena waktu itu Bapak juga menanyakan ke saya apakah bisa diberikan presentasi yang relevan dengan rumah sakit. Jadi kita bawa Johnny untuk doing this. Johnny actually has a lot of projects di healthcare dan dia fokus hanya untuk ke healthcare. Jadi Eric bisa terus berpartner dengan Johnny untuk bisa mendevelop kerjasama ini gitu. Semoga Pak Setio Handoyo dan juga tim dari Medika dan Prima Hospital, presentasi kami mungkin bisa memberikan semacam introduksi gitu ya, what Zebra can do for you. Tapi dari saya sangat mendukung usaha untuk bekerja sama karena kita memang sedang melihat kebutuhan yang cukup besar untuk digital hospital atau smart hospital yang ada di Asia Tenggara ini dan kita berharap di Indonesia juga bisa punya banyak kemajuan dalam hal ini ya sebagai negara yang terbesar lah di Asia Tenggara gitu. Jadi nggak boleh kalah sama Singapura atau kalah dengan negara-negara lain dalam pandangan saya gitu. Iya, Pak Han, Pak Setio Handoyo, dari saya. Terima kasih.
Oke, kita akhiri. Thank you very much, Pak Chris and team, Eric, Johnny, and Pak Api. I hope we can continue this cooperations, and I believe our team from Medika will really enthusiastic to work with you. Again, thank you everyone. Terima kasih Bu Liana, Pak Yos, dan semua direktur yang join pada sore hari ini. Kita mungkin akan update lagi dalam waktu mendatang. Oke. Again, thank you, Pak Chris.
Terima kasih, Pak Yos dan Ibu Leona. Terima kasih semuanya. Selamat sore.
Terima kasih Bapak Ibu semua.
Thank you Bu Leona. Thank you tim.
Okay, thank you.